Hey everyone, Mike Nielsen here, Guaranteed Rate, and today we're talking about pre-approval. So what is a pre-approval? Pre-approval is essentially that next step past pre-qualification. And to really get to pre-approval, I'll answer what pre-qualification is. Pre-qualification is you talk to a loan officer, banker, someone who's on the other side of the fence on helping you receive mortgage financing to buy a house, and you give them your loose information. Maybe you pull credit, but you're probably just giving them a rough idea of where's my credit score, this is how much money I make, how much money I have in the bank. It's all verbal information, and that pre-qualification from that lender or that loan officer is saying, hey, all of these things you're telling me work, your credit actually is this, your income actually is this, you actually have this much money in the bank, you can maybe buy a house for this price. So you're getting pre-qualified, right? You're really not showing much on the table, but you're at least having a conversation with the lender. Pre-approval is that next step past pre-qualification where we're actually pulling your credit. We're actually calculating your income. So we're getting pay stubs, W-2s, tax returns, whatever method we're using to calculate your income, we're actually calculating it and collecting the supporting document so we can underwrite it eventually. We're going over your assets. So we're looking at whatever method you're using for your down payment and closing costs, whether it be checking and savings accounts, 401k, stocks, bonds, whatever you're using for an asset to eventually make your down payment and pay for your closing costs, and then what you have left over for reserves, because you really don't want to deplete all of your money just to buy a house, right? Next, we're looking at your debt to income. So we're calculating your debt to income based on your qualifying income, what you have on your reported credit, what your proposed housing payment is. This right here really determines how much of a loan you can get. So in today's financial world, I can't overlend to you. So I can't give you more of a monthly payment than what your income can accommodate. Your credit is definitely the starting point in terms of making sure you have adequate credit history for financing so that we're not giving someone a loan that can't pay it back because they don't have a good history of that. And then your assets are making up that down payment depending on what the program is and showing you have some money in the bank afterwards. You know, most programs you can get a gift, and there's some down payment assistance out there as well too, and that would kind of still go in this asset bucket as well, but that's what we're looking at there. But these two pieces really are your bandwidth to financing, right? You make $5,000 a month, I can't give you a mortgage for $5,000. Your debt to income ratios are anywhere between 30 to 45% is where you want to be, and that's total debt to income. So that's your housing payment, your proposed housing payment, because you don't have the property yet, right? So this is everything is speculative on what property you're buying. You're buying a single family, multi-family, condo. We're assuming some numbers there as you're hitting the market. But really what you're doing with pre-approval is you're having that pre-qualification conversation with the lender. You're then letting that lender pull your credit. You're showing bank statements or having a conversation of where the assets are going to come from and showing any supporting documents that you have to show this is how much money I have. And then you're showing your income, again, talking about the documentation there. And the lender is looking at guideline programs and saying, hey, this program based on your credit, based on what you're looking for a down payment, based on your current income, based on your debt to income and the ratios I can allow within that program, because they're all going to be different with the program you're trying to get. And based on the property type you're getting, this is how much I can pre-approve you for. So that's really the process that you're having. Now there's other layers that are nuanced between lenders. For me, for my process, I'm putting you through pre-approval, asking all these questions, I'm making sure you understand closing costs, and making sure the program makes the right sense for you, that you're in the best loan you possibly can be in today's market, and you're not in the wrong loan. And then I'm also taking into account the market you're buying in. That's the second piece of it, right? You got to have realistic conversations with your loan officer on what you qualify for, how that translates to the market, and what available inventory is out there with realtors, particularly if you're working with a realtor in the market, on what's going to translate to getting an accepted offer. Because you kind of want to view it from both sides of the lens, if you will, where if you qualify for a conventional loan or an FHA loan, one might have a better financial outlook, but one might actually be more accepting in the market, unfortunately. If there's multiple offers in your market and conventional financing is winning out over FHA for various reasons, whether it's property specific reasons, down payment reasons, whatever it is, it might benefit you actually to go conventional compared to the FHA even though you think you might want the FHA, because conventional might lead to you actually winning a house. So there's some strategy conversation to have there as well. So that's pre-approval in a nutshell. Again, credit, asset, income, debt to income ratios really determine how much of a loan I can give you on a month-to-month basis, and property type. That's it.